Open Portal Tarot presents a Winter Solstice Shamanic Tarot Reading for December 21st, 2016. In a Shamanic Tarot reading, not only is the tarot a magical object capable of producing valuable messages, but through the tarot, astrological beings such as the Sun and the Earth can be first built relationship with and then appealed to for clarification of the portals that are available at the time of the solstice that support the heart's work towards its dreams. One method of building relationship with beings such as the sun is through Vedic chanting. We will now start the reading with a Vedic sun chant. Om Ram Hrim Hrum Seh Suryai Namaha. Om Ram Hrim Hrum Seh Suryai Namaha. Om Ram Hrim Hrum Seh Suryai Namaha. And now we'll begin our discussion of the solstice portal that supports the heart. The tarot has revealed a two-way portal open during the time of the solstice. In one direction, an old low frequency about muddling around in the physical world can be released, and in the other direction, two qualities can be drawn. One is about a complete and total sense of happiness that includes the states of higher being that the self has developed. And the other is a method of serving and relating to others that draws on the feminine qualities that the self may also have developed. Let's touch briefly on the portal work of each card, and then we'll put the three back together and discuss the spread as a whole. The central card is the Seven of Discs, in which Saturn is in Taurus. The card's image shows 7 discs with Saturn symbols on them, and each disc is a plant. However, the plant's vegetation is rotten, and the colors are dark blue and black. The story of this card is comically pathetic. Taurus wants and needs a beautiful, decadent, luxurious garden with fragrant flowers and delicious, nutritious fruits and lots of space to relax and enjoy the splendor and beauty. And Saturn comes along and says, well, I don't have any money for seeds, and I don't have enough time to wait for the plants to grow. Therefore, nothing happens except a lot of muddling around. If anything grows at all, it is of poor seed and ill-tended, and therefore it looks rotten, like the image in the card. A shamanic practitioner seeks out these ruts of consciousness that traditionally do not go well, and applies new approaches and new levels of understanding to that old attitude so that that practitioner can always be on the cutting edge of proactive development of life and self. Sometimes when a shamanic practitioner looks at their own patterns that need to be transformed, they realize that it touches into a much deeper pattern that is shared by all of the world, and they ask themselves how they would ever release such a pattern. This is why they ask for help from the natural world, from guides, and from allies. And in this case, the natural world, in the form of the solstice, has provided a portal. A shamanic practitioner would use this portal then and embrace the opportunity to acknowledge, forgive, and let go of this particular pattern. Now, coming back to a personal focus, the heart is a feminine space of fertile ground. In this fertile ground, the flowers and fruits of virtues and values and the way one's own creative process works take seed and grow into a beautiful garden. This beautiful garden supports self-esteem and identity, and it creates a density of consciousness that once that starts walking forward in the physical world, it builds life and creates results. When the garden of the outer world looks rotten and dead and lifeless, then we step back into the garden of the heart space to see what is going on there. Has it received the intelligence of divine knowledge? Has it received the rain of emotional caring and nurture? And then what is growing there that needs to be respected? Moving forward, the next card in the spread is the polar opposite, with overflowing respect for the fertile ground of the heart's garden. This card is the Six of Cups, in which the sun is in Scorpio. We see 6 cups showered by 6 dancing golden lotuses who draw their wellspring of love from a pleasantly undulating ocean. Although the cups seem sideways on the left and the right, they are actually held firmly in place by the strong pressure of the outpouring of love from the lotuses. The relationship in this card is pleasurable beyond one's wildest dreams. The sun likes complete expression of self and the divine. Scorpio likes to stay in the depths and explore there in a fun-loving and passionate way. And the two create a sublime union together that is harmonious and joyous. This image of deep-seated pleasure that arises from absolute alignment with the heart and its treasures is what we would hope to be drawing down from the portal. Since this particular card has appeared in the spread, we almost need do nothing more than meditate on its image until we could feel the sense of pleasure and harmony in our bones. The feelings generated by the sun in Scorpio seem to say yes to the heart, yes to the divine, yes to the free will, yes to the body, and yes to life. The portal of the solstice offers support in establishing this blueprint as our general state of being, so that with that density of consciousness, results in the outer world will be new and surprising. Although we could stop with the Six of Cups, the portal of a solstice is very bountiful. The Tarot has offered us yet one more image of the opportunities available to draw down support from that portal. This card is the Queen of Cups. The Queen is herself the cup. Many crescent moons arise from the Queen's crown, forming the bowl of the cup, and the Queen's body forms the stem. The Queen stands in front of the reflection pool, while her veiled face is visible neither above nor below the water surface. The power of this Queen is to reflect the truth about others to themselves. There are 2 layers of shamanic meaning here. One is that a shamanic practitioner sees the truth of themselves when they meditate on the divine, and the second is the community sees the truth of themselves when they come in the presence of the shamanic practitioner. In real-life practice, the process of mirroring can go in 3 directions. 1, it can be a positive experience. 2, it could be a neutral experience. Or 3, it could be a demonic experience. The Queen of Cups is in the positive pole of the mirroring experience. When she looks into the spirit world, she feels clarity and serenity. When others come in front of her, they feel wonder and a sense of vast potential. What the Queen sees in the spirit world, she can become. What the community sees in the Queen, they can become. The Queen's powers belong to the realm of the sacred feminine. Although in modern day the sacred feminine is not well understood, still, the solstice portal offers the heart support in developing its heightened powers of positive imagination. Now let's look again at the question of how the solstice supports the heart. The Tarot has pointed out that we can release for good the burden we carry of muddling around in the physical world as if we have no divine gifts. The energy we save can be redirected to looking again into the heart, reviewing the dreams that it has, respecting the many gifts it has to achieve its dreams, and saying yes, yes, yes to all of those which will produce a state of abundant joy. And we really have to get that state of abundant joy that we produce from knowing and seeing and respecting the gifts of the heart is the process that will continue to walk forward in the physical world. Our density of consciousness will continue to produce results, not all of which we can predict, but that our process is to keep going back within and going back within and going back within and celebrating joyously and harmoniously with pleasure all that we find there. And ultimately, our work in the feminine space of the heart then gives rise to other powers of the sacred feminine that become leadership qualities we can offer as we step through our lives to inspire others to do the same and create a critical mass in the world that can change the consciousness of the planet. And now we will change gears from the discussion of the details of what this solstice portal offers to shamanic practices that can realize the potential. One practice is to meditate on the image of this spread with the intention to raise your own frequency. Another practice is to ask for help from the natural world. The spirit of fire is helpful in consuming old patterns, so you can write all of the patterns that you associate with muddling around half-heartedly in the physical world and offer them to the spirit of fire, intending that they will be released. This should be followed by making a vision board on which you represent all of the dreams that the heart has, with simple pictures or simple phrases, and hopefully with colors. It does not matter if you know or you don't know how to manifest those dreams. The important part is to represent them and look at them regularly with the sense that anything is possible and the heart's delight is the first priority. A third practice is to reflect on the dreams you have at night when you are asleep, because usually the heart sends messages through those, and they can be analyzed through the symbols and the stories that the dream holds. Finally, continue to build relationship with the natural world. The natural world is a tremendous source of divine intelligence, medicinal powers, and ancestral knowledge. On that note, we'll close here with ceremonial chanting to the sun. We thank it for all that its light brings to Earth. If we are in the northern hemisphere, we welcome its increasing amount of light. If we are in the southern hemisphere, we thank it for all that it has given us in the long and beautiful summer. Om Ram Hrim Hrum Seh Suryai Namaha. Om Ram Hrim Hrum Seh Suryai Namaha. Om Ram Hrim Hrum Seh Suryai Namaha. Blessings to you, dear listener. All of my prayers are with you for the success of your work during the solstice.